Good morning, hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to another exciting episode of Jag Lives, where today the most exciting thing I'm going to be doing is sandpapering. I'm actually looking for sandpaper at B&M. Is sandpapering down a little bit of plastic to go on my ukulele. It's called the saddle or the bridge, and it's the action is way too high, so the strings come up like this, and I just need to sandpaper it down a bit. So we'll see how we get on. We're going in for sandpaper. Rosie got all excited this morning. I said, "Oh, where do I get sandpaper?" And she thought I was going to be doing some DIY. DIY, me? I don't think right, so. Folks, I made it. I got this. Look, Harris. Now, I met Harris once up at Frankie's flats. Frankie's flatmate. What a guy he is. He knows all about guitars and studios and things. So he's a nice guy to know. So I had a good yak with him, man. Anyway, I got this. Sanding blocks rather than sanding paper, because it's quite tough, that little bit of plastic, I tell you. Got some wine gums. I haven't had wine gums for ages. And also some jelly bambinos. Right, so that's today's lunch sorted. It's Rosie's homemade lasagna, man. That is absolutely... Oh, did you? Wonderful. Look at that chunk of lasagna, folks. It really is the best thing ever. I wish I had a rotating plate thing so I could display it properly. Look at that. Wonderful. Wow. Right, folks, look, that's my ingredients for tomorrow. I'm going to be making chili. Right, folks, so for tea tonight is lasagna, homemade lasagna for the second day running. Rosie made it yesterday, absolutely delicious, the best she's ever made it, man. So it's just pinging away in the microwave there. We've got some homemade salad as well. We've got this new Greek bread as well to try. It's not quite pita bread, it's just a different sort of bread. So we'll try that. And it's chili for me tomorrow. That's what I'll be making for our tea. So we started to kind of get back into cooking again, because we've just been having takeaways and just noodles and shite, you know. So I said to Rosie, come on man, we've got to start cooking again and eating properly and eating good food again. So that's why we've started to kind of and it's so much cheaper as well, and your food lasts a couple of days as well, man. So that's what we're starting to do now. Right, folks, well, as promised, here I am in the kitchen. I'm going to be making a nice big pan of chili con carne. Now, I don't know what con carne actually means. I need to look it up. But we're using the recipe here from this really old book from the early 80s, Making the Most of Beef by Sammy Mead. And the recipe is right there, folks. Quite a simple looking thing, so it shouldn't take too long. But you never know. Here we go. First thing you need, folks, is some sharp knives. Right, here we go. I've got this set of knives as a Christmas present. So we'll be chopping up vegetables, so we need a psycho knife. Yeah, right, that's what we need. And a chopping diggy there. Now the word diggy is a word Bro and I used when we were young to describe anything that hangs down like a loose thread or a bit of fluff floating in the air. That was always a diggy for some reason. Goodness knows why we call it that, man. But it's if you hear that word mentioned, a diggy, then that is a childhood word from Bro and I. There's a perfect example of a diggy right there, just a sort of hanging thread. Diggy will get out of the way. Right. First thing we do is we cook the mince. Right, folks, we've got the other ingredients ready here. We've got some onion, green pepper, and some garlic. Now the recipe doesn't include mushrooms, but we've got some mushrooms in the fridge, so I'm going to use them up, and we'll stick some shrooms in as well. I've got the spices we need: the cumin, brown sugar, some oregano, and a stock pot, and some tomato puree, chili beans, some wine vinegar, and some chopped tomatoes, of course. Now it just get piled in once the mince has been cooked. That's all it is basically. It's very simple, very quick and easy recipe to make. If you've got loads of kids in the house or people coming around, this is always just a great thing to have. A big pot of chili, people can just dip in and have some pita bread and some salad and cheese on the side as well. That always makes people happy. There we go. Just cooking away quite nicely. Turn the heat down a bit. Now the recipe here says to add some tomato puree and some tomatoes, but what I'm going to do, folks, is going to be quite controversial. Yes, controversial moment. I'm going to be using this stock pot, which is paprika and sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm going to use that instead, because you don't actually have a stock cube in this. So I'm just going to try that. Why not? Add it in. Just that's the thing about chili. You can just throw anything into the pot. I think that's what carne means actually. Carne mean anything goes sort of thing, you know what it means? I shall check. Right, this is looking good, man. Looking good there, guys. Right, folks, that's it more or less done. All I've got to do now is just simmer it for a few minutes and then add the chili beans or the kidney beans. Here it is here. We're going to have a quick taste of it. Oh, that's good. Lovely. Right. Super. Right, folks, we ventured outside. Oops, sorry. We ventured outside. First thing I noticed there was Binopolis. Seems to be cleared up, man, so that's fine. Good. I was getting worried about that. Now we're in the car and we're heading off up to lidadillis because I fancy some of their beer tonight to go with that Chilli, man. They've got some really good beer. I can't remember what it's called. Linger or something. So I fancy some of that. So we're going to head up there and get some more Greek style sort of bread things. I had a couple of those last night with the lasagna. Really tasty. Yes, as I said, we're going to be doing some more cooking. Just get back into that again, man, because I used to cook all the time. I've forgotten how to do it. So that was good making the chili. And Rosie made homemade lasagna. That lasted 2 days. The chili will probably last a day tomorrow maybe as well. So that's why we're starting to just cook. But we've got more chicken in the fridge, in the freezer. I need to take that out and defrost that and use that as well. So yeah, plenty of things to keep going. Right, folks, here we are. We have arrived at the superstore. So in we go for this beer. As I said, I can't remember what it's called. It's just nice with a P, but it's a nice Holston. It's like a Pils. It's a nice taste to it, man. I like it. Grandad, look, hot glue guns. Right there, loads of them. Those things here, man. Awesome. There it is, folks. I've got my lager. It's called Perlenbacher. Perlenbacher, that's what it's called. It's a lovely lager. It's got a great taste to it. You've got to be careful though when you buy it, because right next to it is the low or the no alcohol version of this. So you could pick it up by mistake. So just make sure you get the good one. It's a 4 point. Is it 4.2? I think, is it 4.8? Ooh, 4.8. Right, folks, here we are about to have tea now, serving up with chili. Now Rosie had a couple of spoonfuls of it and she said it was absolutely awesome, amazing, the best chili she's ever tasted. So I've had some as well, man. It's absolutely delicious. I reckon that thing I put in there, that sun-dried tomatoes and paprika pot, stock pot, that did the trick. I think it's just made it, it made it delicious. It's just so good. It's very Moorish. So we're just having that now with some flatbreads and some cheese. Oh, what was that?